Hello, Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Afkar Nuruddin bin Ilman. My matrix number is S70153. Okay, today I'm going to share the story of the Amoco Cadiz oil spill, which is one of the most significant environmental disaster in maritime history. On March 16, 1978, the oil tanker Amoco Cadiz ran aground off the coast of Brittany, France, releasing its entire cargo of crude oil into the sea. Okay, this disaster not only devastated marine life and local communities, but also led to major changes in international maritime regulations. Okay, now let's start with where it happened. The spill occurred off the picture square yet vulnerable coast of Brittany in northwestern France. Specifically, the Amoco Cadiz ran aground near Port Saul, a small village in the Finistère department. Because of this critical location, a vast and ecologically rich stretch of the French coastline was directly threatened, making Port Saul the focal point of the disaster. Okay, now we talk about the causing of the disaster. Okay, disaster because of the failure of the catastrophe. Okay, what caused this catastrophe? The Amoco Cadiz was a super tanker carrying 223,000 tons of crude oil when it suffered a catastrophic steering mechanism failure in the English Channel during stormy weather. A heavy wave caused the rudder to malfunction, shearing threaded studs in the steering gear and leading to a loss of hydraulic fluid. Despite multiple repair attempts and assistance from a German tugboat, severe weather kept breaking the tow lines. Eventually, the tanker ran aground on the Port Saul rocks, and within hours, its hull splits open, releasing all its oil into the sea. Okay, so the consequences were devastating. The entire cargo, about 227 tons of oil, spilled into the sea, polluting over 360 kilometers of coastline, including rocking shores, sandy beaches, salt marsh, and estuaries. Local fisheries and aquaculture were destroyed, causing significant losses to the fishing industry and local economies. Marine life suffered immediate and severe mortality. Bivalve, periwinkles, limpets, crustaceans, hard urchins, and seabirds were heavily affected. Tourism in Brittany also suffered due to the polluted beaches, to the polluted beach, and shocking media coverage. For some species, especially birds, recovery was expected to take decades, and delayed effects on fish and shellfish lasted for years. Cleanup involved nearly 10,000 workers and resulted in the collection of almost 200,000 tons of oily debris, but less than 20,000 tons of oil was actually recovered. Okay, let's take a look. To truly understand the scale of this disaster, uh, we take a look. The before and after photos of the coastline and affected wildlife show the dramatic transformation. Pristine beach and thriving habitats were turned into oil-soaked wastelands, with heartbreaking image of wildlife struggling to survive. Okay, next is how did the world respond? In the aftermath, the French government revised its oil spill response plan, known as the Palma Plan, and created new equipment stocks for emergencies. The disaster also led to significant updates in international maritime regulations, including stricter tanker maintenance standards, better navigational system, and improved emergency protocols. Large-scale cleanup operations were launched, involving beach cleaning, oil pumping, and disposal of contaminated debris. The Paris Memorandum of Understanding was established in 1982, introducing port state control to ensure international inspection and compliance of ships. Legal action against the Amoco company resulted in compensation for affected communities, though the awarded amount was less than half of what was claimed. Additionally, the International Convention on Standards of Training, Certification, and Watchkeeping for seafarers was adopted, raising the bar for crew training and operational safety. Okay, so as a conclusion, the Amoco Cadiz oil spill stands as a stark reminder of the environmental and economic risks posed by oil transport at sea. It drove major improvement in oil spill prevention, emergency response, and international maritime law, shaping how the world manage and responds to such disaster today. The legacy of Amoco Cadiz emphasized the ongoing need for vigilance, preparedness, and cooperation to protect our marine environments from future oil spills. Thank you.